plays. So yeah, Vipe versus Cloud. Just give me a sec while I update the scoreboard here, and we'll be ready to
Sure.
go with this game. Vipe versus Cloud. I don't actually have Cloud saved on my scoreboard because this is the first time we've seen him playing in an escape tournament. But I'm ready to go when you are.
I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, and here we are, everyone. Viper versus Cloud in round 1 of the Escape Gaming Masters Regicide Edition. Got it right this time. And we're going to have Ham once again with the co-cast. I'll let you introduce the players and tell us what's going on here.
Well, hello. This looks like a pretty interesting map. We got Cloud over this side in the teal as Aztecs. Obviously, it's a mirrored match, so it's going to be Aztecs. Interesting map, interesting castle placement on the very far side. See on this side, and in the very far south side of the map, we have TheViper with a massive amount of sheep right here. Nice castle placement too. Getting his dogs down initially just on this side so we can get the fishing ships out. Pretty nice map, I gotta say. Pretty nice map indeed.
Yeah, I'm just going to let you know that I've switched Cloud into blue because I'm going to use team colors here so that people in the chat don't have any confusion or anything. I don't know. Everyone was like, "Oh, use team colors." So okay, we're gonna do that. So Cloud's in the blue, Viper here in the red. Yeah, this map is kind of I mean, they have the water around the. Let's look at this in more detail. They've got the water around the edge, and we can see Viper immediately going over there with a villager to dock that. He's gonna have plenty of big fish here even as well, quite close by. This water does extend all the way around, but also towards the center. With these two kind of rivers that break up the landmass in the middle. And that allows them, if they have water control, to probably have a decent amount of map control as well. So having water here will certainly be somewhat useful in the later stages of the game. In the early stage of the game, we could see something happen on the land, but there is also very small choke points which players should be able to close up to keep themselves relatively safe from early land aggression.
Yeah, for sure. Well, interesting to see this already. Viper dropping down 2 docks here. He is known to be extremely, extremely good on water, so he's going to go for a nice fish boom here. And it's also pretty good that he's dropped down this dock on this very far side of the east, because there is a massive abundance of fish to take there.
Yeah, and actually the majority of the fish are in the sort of top east side, northeast side. There's huge fishing over here, but neither player is close enough to that to realistically dock it. And I'm actually going to turn team colors off right now because team colors make it confusing when I switch perspectives because it swaps the colors over. So yeah, Viper is so Viper's in the red, Cloud's in the teal, and chat's rioting because Viper's not in the yellow and they think it's my fault. Sorry, no. Viper actually just chose the red color. Nothing to do with me. Like, I'm not actually making him red. He picked this color. God, the Viper fanboys, man. What are they like? Jeez. Anyway.
What's interesting, though, is you see this middle island? This is Death Island right now. Look at the amount of dead bodies around it.
So, also, thing to note here, there's a lot of sheep for both players, but where are the boar? Where are the deer? Not seeing them. I think it's just sheep for days for both of these guys. But there is a lot of sheep, so that's making up for the lack of deer and boar there. But interestingly, like you say, Viper did add that second dock. So did Cloud. Both players here building up fishing ships, and that reminds me, I should put fishing ships on the overlay. So I'm going to do that right now, and there you go, fishing ships showing. Viper already with 5 additional fish at this stage of the game. It's a lot of extra food coming in.
Oh, definitely. Huge fishing boom right now. It's great to see. And also, what's interesting as well is on this very far west, look at the wolves. I've never seen that many amount of wolves before.
Oh yeah, there is a lot. They're spread out all over. And I guess, again, that's another reason why an early aggression might not be a good idea on this map, you know, considering, okay, maybe I could go forward with some vills. Oh wait, there's 20 wolves in the way. I'm not going to be doing that. So it's kind of like tempting to think, okay, there's land, there's a lot of land, but really both players are going to have to commit to water aggression on this one. And like you say, Viper is a fantastic water player, one of the best in the world. Cloud, I'm not so sure. We'll have to wait and see. But both players are going heavy onto the wood, heavy onto the gold, and we're going to see Cloud actually up to the feudal age first.
Oh yeah, there we go. Feudal age for Cloud. Viper not too far behind, but this abundance of sheep underneath his TC is quite overwhelming to look at.
Yeah, it's quite something. There's going to be an easy transition here into the feudal age, because normally at this point in the game you've got no sheep left, and you have to start building a mill on your berries or building farms. But no, they can just take the sheep for the end of time. So until the end of time. Viper, though, does have more fish, and this is going to give him a lot more food income, provided he keeps those fish alive. That's really important, because that's going to allow him to get a faster castle time. And if you look at Viper's resources, you can see he has 400 food and 100 gold already. It's ever so close to Viper being able to go castle here. Obviously, he will not ignore feudal aggression on the water. He, in the north side, is getting destroyed by wolves. I think he will lose a villager up here as he tries to go for a third dock. Oh, wait, no. He won't lose a villager. Oh, that was close. Oh, he loses it anyway.
Oh,
Rip.
Oh.
There you go.
Wrecked.
He was trying to make that work, but unfortunately, the wolf can miraculously attack through wolves. So he tried. I mean, give him credit where credit is due.
Give him credit, definitely. And here we go with the first initial engagements here. Viper and Cloud making fire ships here. Can you just quickly explain to me, Zach, the viable strat, whatever it would be, to go in fire ships over galleys on HD rather than Rubly? Just really quickly.
What do you mean? Like, because we're not talking about Warlord Kingdoms. We're talking about just AOC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that going with fire ships isn't as good than on HD.
I am not sure, to be honest. I don't know if they made a balance change, because I know that the Warlord Kingdoms guys are talking about having a separate balance for Vubly, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure. I've been away for like 3 weeks, so I'm a little bit out the loop with the Warlord Kingdoms and stuff.
Okay.
But
okay.
it's very common to see players opening with fire galleys on HD. You know, in small numbers, galleys just cannot stop them. They're just going to mow them down. But Cloud's doing really well. I want to acknowledge this right now. Cloud has a larger army. He's faster to the castle age. And he's actually, well, if he was to push forward with all of these galleys on the left side, I think he'd push Viper back there, to be honest with you. He seems a little hesitant, but he does have the edge in this south side.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really awkward place to fight as well. It's such a tight space for a lot of ships to fight in here. So really massing up the ships here, and demolition rafts for Cloud, taking this very far west side of the map for himself. There isn't a lot of fish there, but it is stopping Viper from pressing in on his ships on the very west side of the map.
I feel like Cloud should be pushing out, though. You know, he does, like, if Cloud was watching this wreck right now, Cloud's probably would be thinking, damn it, like, this was a great time to push. Like, he'd be able to come down here, take out the fish, take down the dock, perhaps, and push all the way around the back. Cloud's fortunate that he has the castle here, because that will push Viper away, protecting all of his fish. And so launching a full-on offensive on the west side of the map could be a great move for Cloud, since this castle offers that defense on the east.
Yeah, absolutely. And Viper actually demolition raft there to two of those fire ships on this very far west side of the map. And yeah, you're right. He should have really gone on with the offensive on that side. I don't think Viper would have been able to do much against that at all.
Yeah, and Cloud right now as well, going to be up to the castle age a little faster. He actually has got a lot of resources as well, mostly the food, the wood, the gold. He doesn't have any stone. Viper, a little bit more even spread on resources, a little bit of stone, a little bit of everything else. But Cloud's looking really solid, to be honest with you, as he hits castle age now. I would say, okay, double bit axe is coming in a little bit late. Viper is doing bow saw as Cloud's finishing double bit axe, but he's going to get his second TC down straight away. He's going to get war galley straight away, so that means fire ships, that means demolition ships, and we'll see him continue, I believe, to go down the route of fire ships here.
Yeah, that's yeah, you're absolutely right there. And interest engagement on this east side here. Fire ship upgrade first coming in for Cloud. He's going to win this initial fight here, and Viper being forced to go back.
Yeah, very nice for Cloud there in that little engagement. But the demo ships from Viper coming in, that's going to make it a little bit harder.
Oh, boy.
Can Cloud hold on? Will Viper come out on top? I think he's got it. Cloud not quite able to split his fire ships up enough. And Viper will defend on that right-hand side quite comfortably, taking a decent engagement. And still, he's behind in army. But he is still ahead in fish. And we're going to remind ourselves that Viper's had 6 additional fishing ships this entire time.
Exactly. Food wins wars, as a good old saying goes.
Yeah, no, I'm a little bit concerned for Cloud. I feel like he's maybe a bit hesitant. Like, he's not seizing the game and going, I don't know. Like, just his decision to stay defensive earlier on was, I think that shows a lot. I think that shows that he's probably a little bit cautious, a little bit scared of pushing out. It's the Viper, like,
Exactly.
what's he got waiting on the other side of the map? Yeah, and that's something that might cost him. We'll see. He is going to be pushing out once again on this east side, though, and he, once again, does have the larger army. So this could work out well for him. It depends how these demolition rafts go.
This is going to be an interesting engagement. Will Viper be able to clutch this? I don't think he is. There are 2 demolition ships here coming in hot. And oh boy, Viper losing a fair amount of ships there. Cloud coming in now. He's actually going to take out a fair few of these fishing ships as well if they don't run for their lives, which they are right now. Getaway fishing ships.
And there you go.
Cloud coming in for the kill.
Viper displaced. Now, he is splitting his army up, and this is quite interesting. He's sending some to chase the fish. He's sending some to chase the army. Got to be careful not to overcommit too many units to chasing fishing ships down, especially while there's still the threat of Viper on this east side. Demolition ships, of course, continuing to come out for Viper, continuing to get great shots. But Cloud, I mean, keep this aggression up, and he could push all the way through here. Viper not pushing on the left side, just 3 idle ships over there. And Cloud going in deep out here on the east side now with a larger number of units to play with. Is Viper going to get a demo out? No, he's not. He's queued up a fire ship. So Cloud able to do good damage at the moment.
Exactly. I'm just taking a quick look at what their eco stands at the moment. With 70 population for the Viper and 64 population for GT Cloud. He's quite far behind on eco, but he is far ahead on military right now, trying to take the advantage over Viper. But oh boy, he's actually going back. I'll take that back.
Well, at this point, I said it a couple of times, Viper has had the fish and a lot more fish. He's had 6 additional fish this entire time. So Viper is going up to the Imperial Age right now. He got up some farms early. Obviously, there's still a lot of sheep left as well. But he was fishing this whole time. And Cloud is not going to click up to the Imperial Age for some time here. He's currently placing down a lot of farms. He's obviously got his second and he's even got his third TC, whereas Viper is only on 2 TCs. So yeah, Cloud more committed to this Castle Age, whereas Viper's halfway to Imp already. Can he do damage? If he can do damage now, this could be good. But if Viper hits Imp and is able to, keep his fish alive, keep the majority of his army alive, defend his docks, then Cloud may just get out-teched and get pushed back.
Yeah, exactly. And what's really interesting here is the Jaguar Warriors are coming in on Cloud's eco.
Ooh.
Forward vills here as well. Probably going to be building some military buildings. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting to see Viper going into fast fires on the east side. Cloud's going to take a good fight there, but maybe Viper's just going to switch this into a land war now. We did talk about this earlier on, how this map is predominantly land. At this point in the game, Viper's starting to come forward, like you say. Let's see if he's saving up for a castle. He is saving up for a castle. A little while before he can afford to put it down, though. For now, It's just those Jaguars on the left side. Maybe he'll put down a barracks and start going for some Eagles as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think Viper's playing this really well. I don't think he's investing too much into water simply because there isn't actually that much fish left available. He's going to have to transition into farms to keep up with the production that he wants. And it's a smart idea going land now. GT Cloud's going to have to respond to this pretty quickly. Otherwise, he might get overwhelmed.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see Viper now putting down the barracks on the left side. The Jaguars not really doing a huge amount, forcing some idle time. And if anything, they've given up the fact that, okay, Viper's coming in on this west side. Cloud, on the other hand, going up to the Imperial Age now, will start to push Viper back, displacing the fish, killing off his navy. And obviously, we have to acknowledge the Aztecs don't have the greatest navy. But with war galleys, with Bracer, they could still do a lot of damage from the water. They can hit all of these TCs, basically. Hit the gold, they can hit the town centers, they can do a lot of damage if you have that. But that's really sort of late game stuff, and right now, if Viper's attacking on the land, Cloud has to deal with this immediately.
Yeah, definitely. I think those Jaguar warriors, by the way, were just made for the wolves that were on this very far side of the map to escort the villagers. I don't think they were just made to go in the eco, because obviously now Viper's going with Eagle Scouts.
Yeah, I feel like this aggression could have been a little faster, to be honest. I mean, he's not even got the Eagle Warrior tech yet. He's just sending a couple of Eagle Scouts in, sending some feelers out there, but it's enough. I mean, look at Cloud running away right now. Obviously, with +2 defense, villagers can't really turn and fight these guys off, especially since they're coming in 2x2, but still.
Exactly. I think GD Cloud's in a little bit of a pickle here. He's not able to respond appropriately on land just yet, and Viper getting plate binding armor, I think, at the moment. Plate mail armor at the moment. So those Eagles are going to be pretty buffed up.
Yeah, currently doing Eagle Warrior upgrade as well. It's just interesting that he focused on getting the defense upgrades before actually upgrading to Eagle Warrior. But Cloud, I mean, he has got one thing going for him, and that's the fact that he has got a castle up here. He can immediately start making some Jaguar Warriors. And Jaguar Warriors perform really well versus infantry, so they are going to be able to deal with the Eagles if they can catch them. And I don't know how much damage Viper's going to do. I think this castle is fantastic. Obviously, he can immediately deny the gold on the left, and bring out a trebuchet to try and deny the TC as well.
Exactly. Viper's playing is very smart. He's put the castle down, and he's putting a player under pressure who's invested quite a lot into water at this point, forcing GT Cloud to switch over his eco. And he's actually, look at the oversaturation on that gold. Oh, man. Oh, no, the stone, sorry.
Oh, God, yeah. That's a mess. I think he wants another castle. Do you think? He can... Well, at the moment, he's got the problem of, okay, I've got to make some Jaguar Warriors to deal with the Eagles, which he's doing just fine. But now he needs to start making some Trebs to deal with Viper's Treb. At the and the castle, of course. At the moment, he's going to be pushed off the gold. And, okay, he's winning the water. He's killed off Viper's fish. Can he hold on, though? If he can hold on and keep the fish alive, he gets a lot of extra food from the water. He can keep making Jaguars. And if he can get his gold back, he might be all right.
He might be alright, but Viper's saying right now, no ships, no problem. I got Eagles. What have you got, Cloud? Cloud is queuing up those Jaguar Warriors, but it's a little bit late at the moment. He does have 7 here, which can clean up the Eagles quite easily, but we have a Treb for Viper right now. Coming in, going to try and take out these at first few TCs that Cloud does have on this very far north side.
Yeah, there's still really good fishing for Cloud as well. Like if he builds another dock on the right side, he gets a lot of fish from that. The problem that he does have is the gold, like we say. Also, Viper with a nice little bait and switch. He's baiting out these Jaguars with a couple of Eagles, and he's switching into to crossbows right now. So it's quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, Cloud's not able to stop the Trebs. This is a problem. Another TC going to go down. Not good.
No bueno, that TC has gone, and GT Cloud forcing to idle a lot of these Jaguar Warriors, which he's put quite a bit of eco into at the moment. He's still oversaturating that stone, desperate to get another castle down. He has placed the castle down, protecting the stone, his wood line, and his back TC over this side. He's quite heavy on water, like he says, so he's still getting plenty of food, but Viper is playing him quite well right now, debating, so to say.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's no like extra gold spots in the middle of the map because Cloud could try and go over there. At the moment, he really is just down to the 1 gold that he has left here, and then other than that, using the market. He's hard pressed because if he wants to go on the water, you know, he could do eco damage to Viper from the water, but he can't do that because he has to deal with the land right now first. Cloud's going to try and Viper's going to try and take down the castle on the left side. Cloud's got 3 trebs out, so if he can take down these trebs and hold Viper off a little longer, he's still in it. And if he's still in it, he can still win it, but it's not looking likely at this point.
Yeah, a little bit late for Cloud producing military on land here. If he could have made absolutely anything to try and at least stop the Eagles initially, but he's paying the price right now. And that stone has gone. He's going to build another castle back here. My mistake, that is actually a siege workshop. He's going to build a siege workshop for the Arbs. And that castle is slowly but surely going down.
Yeah, he can't build another castle now because he's spending all of his stone on repairing the one he's got. He's also ran his king away. Very aware of the fact that if that goes down, he will just lose the game right there. And I think at this stage, it's like, okay, well, how long can I hold on for? Maybe that's, you know, let's see how long I can go. How long can I last? And he's certainly given it all he's got at the moment. Keeping his trebs alive, getting some nice shots onto the Arbalests, you know, sniping them, keeping the trebuchets from Viper to a minimum, and Cloud is holding on. But you can't just hold on forever. You've got to eventually come back at some point. And I'm just wondering how he's going to try and do that. Maybe some ranges to come up and make some skirms. Could be something to consider. Obviously, he's gone for mangonels right now. And Cloud still has 500 gold. He's still got 500 food, 1,000 wood. He just doesn't really have much space. But I don't see the harm in adding a couple of ranges and adding some skirms here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a shame these Jaguar Warriors didn't actually really get to do much, apart from just kind of protect the wood line over this side.
Oh, there go the mangonels though, and Viper here splitting, dodging, ducking and diving, but for the time being, keeping those Arbalests alive for now. And say that, taking quite a big mangonel shot, but yeah, mangonels, man, not gonna do a huge amount against Arbalest, I guess. Anyway, there go the Jaguar Warriors from Viper coming in to try and snipe the Trebs. He will get in there, but will he get one of the Trebs down? No, Cloud gets the repairs. I tell you what.
Clutch repair. Clutch repair from Cloud right now.
I tell you what, Cloud is putting up a very admirable defense. He is going to take down all the Trebs from Viper. Now, look at the scores. Cloud's just taken the score lead. Well, he did a second ago until Viper got 100 points out of nowhere.
Oh, it is back. Oh, it's switching. Oh my, this is surprisingly, this is actually quite close. I mean, Cloud further and further back into his own economy on this very far side of the east side of the map, but he's holding on well.
Yeah, he's absolutely held on well, and now he's ready to push out. Now, this is huge. He's got the Trebs now. He kept his Trebs alive, and that's so important. Now he can actually push out with 4 Trebs, try and take down this castle. And what's Viper got now? He's got a few Arbalest. Cloud has mostly Jaguar Warriors. I think he still needs a better way to deal with the Arbs, to be honest. But if he can take down this castle, he can get his gold back, and then Cloud's in actually a pretty strong position. He's ahead in vills, by the way. I didn't look at this before, but he's actually got a lot more villagers than Viper. He's got 20 more villagers. I wasn't even looking at the overlay, focusing on this fight. 20 villagers is no small amount. That's no laughing matter.
Definitely, absolutely. And he's actually managing to push Viper back here. It's quite interesting as he's put the mill down to replace the TC there. In memory of the TC, the mill has been placed. And like I said, Cloud pushing Viper back here. Is it a time to now push on this mainland here, do you think?
In the middle?
In the middle, yeah.
Maybe. I think for Cloud, there's he needs to clean out the buildings on the left, get his gold back. I think he should clean that out and get a castle on the left side. He does have the stone for it now. Make sure that Viper can't start spamming units into his base from there, and then then he's got options. Like, he could go back on the water with some war galleys and try and take down Viper's eco from the water. Obviously, he can't only do that. He does have to go on land as well. And for now, I mean, it's just going to become more of a late-game Aztec war. You have a lot of options. You can go down the champion line. You can go into Arbs. You can go into more Jaguars. You can go into Eagles. It depends, really. I think Viper's base is quite open. Some Eagle raiding could be pretty nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Aztecs are pretty versatile considering their unique tech. Obviously, Garland Wars,
Yeah.
infantry have +4 attacks. So, I mean, you can really go Jaguar Warriors, go for the Eagles. Really interesting fights from both of them right now. Viper's still trying to stop GT Cloud from being able to push out this side.
Like
The
I said,
Arbalest.
he needs an answer to those Arbs. Like, he just lost 3
Yeah,
Trebs there
definitely.
to, like, Arbalest. That's yeah. Maybe, you know, he could have done the Onager upgrade, but he doesn't have the food for that right now. But yeah, it's kind of painful to see him losing 3 Trebs there to Arbalest. He's going for the castle now on the left side.
Yeah, it's really interesting that neither player have gone for galleys. You make a really good point with galleys being able to actually help with the land fight and taking out eco,
yeah.
but neither player have gone for that composition.
I mean, if Cloud had managed to get some galleys out, like, imagine if he'd stuck like 10 galleys here on the water. He could have cleaned up the Arbs, done a lot of damage to the Jaguars as well, even. But yeah, Viper has the Elite Jaguar Warrior upgrade right now. He's got Garland Wars researched and +4 defense. So he's packing a punch with these guys. And Cloud's still at the moment running his Jaguars into the Arbalest, which he's got to be very careful of. Cloud kind of grinding to a halt here on the left side for now.
Yeah, for now. And if you look at the eco difference, it's in Viper's favor at the moment. He's got 2k food, 500 gold, almost enough for another castle. 126 population and 139, but not much food or gold or stone for Cloud at the moment.
Big shot on this left-hand side from Cloud there. Kind of missed the start of that, but yeah. Bringing out the Mangonels versus the Arbalest is not really going to help Cloud's position at this stage. I don't know. He just lost another Treb, but he did get the castle up. That's a big win for him. Getting that castle, getting back on the gold. Cloud is ahead in eco. Viper has more in the bank, but Cloud does have 10 more villagers. He's also got 13 fish. Viper, of course, does have 4 relics, which is keeping his gold income looking nice. But Cloud is by no means out here. He's pushed back on the left side. He's back on the gold, and I think that's really important for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Viper did push it in, but with these castle placements, Cloud's managed to pull this back.
Yeah, for sure. He still maintain the fact that he needs to deal with these Arbalest, and well, he's doing Onager now. So I kind of suggested maybe Onager earlier on. Maybe Eagle Warriors would have been a little better because they are able to push out across the map as well and start raiding. But yeah, Cloud still has water control, it seems, but maybe I'm speaking too soon because Viper is sending fast fires over on the east side. Wants to remove those fish from Cloud and wants to get that water back. Viper, meanwhile, doing Elite Eagle Warrior to try and maybe get some raiding of his own done. But yeah, like look at this castle on the left side from Viper. He's covering 2 more gold piles there.
Oh, he's securing that gold. That is a really nice castle to have there. Really, really nice. And it's nice that Viper recognized that Cloud was getting a lot of his eco from the fish. So going for these fast fire ships and trying to deny at least some of Cloud's fishing ships might be able to give Viper a little bit more of an advantage here.
For sure, and he's been fishing for a long time, and he's still got a lot of fish to get through. They're not running out anytime soon, so this fish really going to keep him in it. And there you go, Onager's now out. Missed, well, a little bit of a decent shot there, but this is going to keep Viper on his toes now. This is going to keep Viper a little worried, but oh dear, Cloud lost his castle over here on the east side while we were watching, sorry, on the west side, while we were watching the fires on the east. And he's not really got the units to defend still. I mean, it's been a little back and forth here. But since he lost the Trebs, and since he's now lost most of his land army, Cloud just doesn't have the units.
Viper keeps doing the same play here, which is really interesting. Far east side of the map. As soon as he loses them, he goes for a land every time. It's really interesting to see this.
Yeah, and Viper gets the win as Cloud calls GG. He doesn't have enough.
There we go.
Yeah, he does.
There we go. Cloud just couldn't hold. he just couldn't hold the west corner of the map. Got to hand it to him. He did extremely well on water, but with Viper constantly pushing in on that side and Cloud not having the appropriate response for what was on land there, it was a good game either way.
I'm really interested to see resources gathered this game. I think it's going to be reasonably close. Cloud, even the KDs at the end were very close. Viper only killed 5 more units than he lost. It was a very close game, really. It looked
very close game.
Visually, it looked like Viper was really winning. But Cloud didn't really lose much eco, and he did put up a formidable defense when he got pushed back so far. When he pushed back out, I think that's where he started to make some mistakes. Losing his 4 trebuchets, not really having an answer to the arbalest for so long. I think that's where the mistakes may have been made there. And then obviously he still maintained water control, so credit for that throughout the whole game, basically, being able to fish. But let's have a quick look at the economy. And yeah, I mean, you can see Viper did have more food. He had less wood by a long way. I think Cloud was actually selling a lot at the market because the final value for wood at the market was 14. Cloud had the most gold, but way less... Cloud had the most stone, but way less gold. So all in all, resources gathered. Viper probably had the overall edge, but not by a huge amount. But he had the edge where it mattered, which was the food and the gold, considering he was going for that land aggression.
Yeah, for sure. It was very, very close that game, and I think we were right with the suggestion for galleys. I think maybe if Cloud had gone for that, he could have actually been able to win that west side of the map. But it all came down to the little things. For instance, with the mangonels, I don't think that was such a great choice to make to defend against the arbs. It was a panic play by Cloud, and he lost out on a lot of wood and gold by doing that.
Yeah, I think the mangonels did actually get a couple of decent shots, but they're not... I mean, you have to get Onager, really, at that point, because mangonels don't actually kill, unless they're shooting downhill, they don't kill arbalest in one shot, because arbalest have melee armor at that point, thanks to the blacksmith upgrades. They have 40 health, and a mangonel does 40 damage, so at full damage, the mangonel can't do 40 damage to a arbalest. But, yeah, plus the fact that they outrange them, and they can then one-shot them because they do a lot of additional damage as well. I don't know. It goes on. But still, I mean, I think Cloud was quite hesitant, maybe a little bit nervous. I don't know. He did play very well, though. And Viper will obviously go through to the next stage, which will be against the winner of our next game, MBL and Jordan 23. So,
oh boy.
Yeah.
The hype.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
I mean, obviously, MBL has been playing very well recently. He was at 1.2